What is investing in the world of sugar cubes? Bob the ant wants pollen pellets. Pollen pellets cost 1 sugar crystal. Bob eats a pellet. Life good. One day, the sugar cube store says pollen pellets are harder to find. Pollen pellet rare. Pollen pellet valuable. Pollen pellet rare. Pollen pellet valuable. Bob has an idea. Bob thinks, if pollen pellets cost more tomorrow, Bob should collect more today. So Bob grabs more pollen pellets to trade with other ants later for more sugar crystals. Next day, pollen pellets now cost 2 sugar crystals. Many ants start collecting more pollen pellets just to trade for more crystals. Pollen pellets now cost 5 sugar crystals. Ants are buying and trading pollen pellets fast. Pollen pellets now cost 10 sugar crystals. Ants start hoarding lots of pollen pellets not to eat, but to trade for more crystals. Pollen pellets now cost 20 sugar crystals. Pollen mania sets in. Who wants pollen? I got pollen. I'll take 1. No 2. No 3. So, why do prices keep going up? Ants have FOMO, fear of missing out. Ants worry if they don't collect pollen pellets now, they will miss out on trading them for more sugar crystals later. Most ants don't understand why pollen pellet prices rise, but ants definitely don't want to be left behind. Well, how did you afford that? I collected pollen pellets before everyone else. Ants also have herd behavior. If lots of ants make the same decision, it feels right even if it doesn't make sense. Basically, ants see ants do. Every ant thinks the price can only go up, creating a loop. Collect pollen, price rises, more ants collect, price rises, repeat. But why do ant banks make the bubble bigger? When ants see pollen pellet prices rising, some ants take out sugar crystal loans to invest even more. This is called leverage. Let's explain. Bob collects 100 pollen pellets for 100 sugar crystals. Price goes up 10%. Bob's pollen pellets now worth 110 crystals. Bob gains 10 crystals. Price drops 10%. Bob now has 90 crystals. Leverage lets Bob use the bank's sugar crystals to make bigger trades, but it's risky. The pollen market doesn't need to crash, it just has to wiggle, and Bob can gain or lose everything. Bob still owes 90 crystals, but now has 20 crystals. Bob only put in 10 crystals and now has 20, a 100% gain. But if price drops 10%, Bob loses everything. Leverage lets Bob use the bank's sugar crystals to make bigger trades, but it's risky. The pollen market doesn't need to crash, it just has to wiggle, and Bob can gain or lose everything. Why does leverage make bubbles bigger? When pollen pellet prices rise, leveraged ants feel like trading geniuses. Many leveraged ants invest, creating another loop. Price rises, borrow more, price rises, borrow more. Cheap loans amplify the bubble. After many ants do this, pollen pellets now cost 100 sugar crystals. This is a bubble. A bubble is when the price of something goes far beyond what it's actually worth. Ants are collecting pollen pellets just to trade, not to eat. But remember, pollen pellets are meant to be eaten. How the bubble pops. Suddenly, ants get hungry. They realize pollen pellets aren't worth 100 crystals they grow on plants. Ants panic. Many start trading pollen pellets. Ant banks demand repayment from leveraged ants, forcing them to sell more pollen pellets. Prices fall. 150, 20, 10, 5, 1. Ants get desperate. Please buy my pollen pellet. No, someone buy my pollen. Why did I put my sugar crystals into pollen pellets? Some ants manage to sell, but many are stuck holding too many pollen pellets. Most ants don't know when the bubble will burst or even if it's a bubble. When it does, most ants lose many sugar crystals. How to spot a bubble? Ants making sugar crystals too easily. Lots of ants borrowing sugar crystals to invest in the same thing. Prices going bananas are. Pollen pellets going nuts. Everyone saying pollen pellet can only go up. Not everything new is a bubble. Some things are useful. Bob discovered smart sugar machines. Machines that sort sugar, grind crystals, and even make syrup. Some work well, some don't. The air bubble explained with pollen pellets. One day, Bob discovers a smart robot ant. It can write, draw, even calculate sugar taxes. But many ants think it's the next big thing. Robot ant isn't earning sugar crystals. The big sugar company just gives robot ant crystals to trade, making it look successful. But it's not. Remember, a bubble is when the price of something goes way higher than it's worth. Don't fall for hype. Pollen pellets are for eating. And as always, ants together strong.